Hi, and this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, coming to you directly for your personal growth and spiritual development. And this is just another top tip, a nugget of wisdom to help you overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of your health, happiness and success. And at the moment I'm working quite a lot with people using a process that I call instant change phenomena. And I want to just talk about change for about 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes of your time out now to listen to the process of change and how you can change and why people don't change. First of all, what I want you to do is I want you just to fold your arms for me. Just fold your arms for me while you're listening to this, either sat down or stood up. And it's quite comfortable, it's quite comforting to fold your arms or cross your legs. Now, what I want you to do is I actually want you to change the way that you folded your arms. Just put your arms the other way. Just do that. And just notice how awkward that is, if in fact you manage to do it at all. And then go back to what you started with. Because I guarantee that what you did is you did what you've always done. You folded your arms automatically in the way that you always fold your arms. And then when I asked you to change, it felt really uncomfortable. In fact, some people find it quite impossible. It's rather like putting your fingers together. Just put your fingers together like that. Something quite simple like interlocking your fingers. And then just change it by one. Doesn't feel right, does it? Go back, that's more comfortable. We get into rhythms. We get into automations, we get into repeat behaviours. We create by our actions connections, synaptic connections from our mind to our muscles. We create a muscle memory through our nervous system. So it's almost like software that our nervous system runs that keeps us consistent, doing what we've always done, thinking what we've always thought. And when we want to change, do something different, think something different, create something different, it's uncomfortable. It can be quite uncomfortable even if the change puts us into a better place. And a lot of people don't want the challenge, even though they know they're going to come out in a better place with a better outcome. Quite often they don't like the process of change because they don't like getting out of their comfort zone. They don't like to feel uncomfortable through the process of change. And that's where I come in. And that's where I can help you. Because what you need to do is, first of all, you need to work out why you want to change. And then see the benefit of the change. So you need to have the decision to change. You need to define the decision that you're going to change. And then you need to create massive desire. So when you've got desire, needing, wanting, and you've got this prize, this target, this goal, it's easier to fire your arrow, shoot yourself towards the target. But what's going to hold you back, and what holds a lot of people back, they get very excited about the thought of change, the opportunity, the concept of achieving something that they've never achieved, having something that they never had, doing something that they've never done, but then they go back into automatic behaviours. They make the decision today, like on New Year's Day, your New Year's resolution. And by January the 2nd, or quite often by the afternoon of January the 1st, you've completely abandoned your goal to lose weight, go to the gym, read this book, study this, do that. And you go back to normal. Your normal is your mindset. And you've got to change your mindset because your mind is set in a pattern of old repeat behaviours. So how do you change it? Well, as a hypnotist, I'm really good at changing minds. I do it in the alpha state, which is the clinical word for hypnosis, alpha and theta states, and quite often delta states, which are brain waves lower than conscious frequency. Your brain is operating on a waveband that's operating between beta and alpha. Now, for hypnotic phenomena to create the changes that you want I need to get you into the alpha, theta, delta states. I'm really good at doing that, but how do you do that? What you have to do is you have to adopt several processes, and one of them is visualization. You have to literally see yourself being the person that you want to be, doing the thing that you want to do, having the things that you want to have. And you hold those pictures in your mind consistently, seeing yourself as this new person, with these new skills, with these new objects, with these new abilities, with this new life, with this new personality. And then you've got to create vocabulary, diction, verbalization, conversation around it until it is imprinted, embedded and impressed into you, pressed in because you're impressed by it. So you create affirmations, statements, mantras, chants that create the new you. So if you currently eat cream cakes for lunch and pies and chips, you've got to say to yourself, I eat healthy food. I eat nutritious food. I eat quality food in small amounts, slowly. And that's all I want and all I need. I am, and you say the weight that you want to be. If it's a performance thing, you've got to say what you want and not what you are, that you are able to do this. And you say, I can do this. This goes really well for me. I can run this fast. I can read and remember things really well. I have massive recall. I have an amazing memory. I perform at peak. I have tons of energy. I am amazing. You say what you want, not what you are, and you can continue to say it. You repeat what you want until it pushes down, depresses that which you don't want, and you're impressed by the new you. This creates the change. But lots of people start, but they either forget or they give up. So what you've got to do is you've got to have prompts to remind you. I have people who, when they're smokers and they smoke in one particular place in the house, one chair, one place in the garden, I get them first of all to get, if it's a lady, get some lipstick, put an X on the mirror where you put your lipstick on. So the first thing that you see in the morning, or a guy when he shaves, just put a cross, a couple of elastoplast or something, or a post-it note on the mirror. It doesn't say I don't smoke. It says I want to live a long, healthy life. I love clean, fresh air. I want healthy lungs. Or something even more potent than that is, I want to be healthy and see my grandchildren get married. Because you don't want to die early from a smoking-related disease. So you've really got to put emotion into your programming. Really look for the real reason. You've got to move from a comfort zone and you've got to create real pain around not achieving what you want and real pleasure about achieving what you want. And you've got to make it now, you've got to make it urgent, because a lot of people never write a will. They think that it doesn't matter about the health, they can get healthy later. You put things off, you don't save for a rainy day because they think, well, I'm okay. But if you do things now, take the action steps, you'll benefit now and you'll benefit massively later. It's too late when you've got a disease, when you're not healthy, when you've got diabetes, when you've got a smoking related disease, when you've not got a pension, when you've made no provisions for your financial freedom in the future, when you've messed about so much that you've got the wrong relationships, you've not pushed yourself to get the best job, you've not made any plans for good holidays, you're not in the best house, in the best place, with the best people, with the best vehicles, living on purpose with a wonderful spiritual life, or whatever life you choose. Because you never sit down and you don't plan it. You live by what I will call the law of accident. And hopefully you'll get what you want. Well, that's rather like going into a supermarket or wherever you go shopping without a shopping list and hope that you're going to get what you want. I mean, you might, but it takes you probably 2-3 times as long, and you'll probably come out and you'll forget things that you had in your mind but should have been down on paper on your list. If you have a list, a goal list and you know what you want to have, be and do, and you make statements around those and create visual pictures that move you towards it, visualizations, then you can program yourself to create a wonderful life for yourself and your family. And that's what you desire and deserve, isn't it? Now, if you want any help with this, that's what I do, and also my daughter Kat Garner, as a clinical hypnotherapist, and myself as a corporate hypnotherapist, holistic hypnotist. And we work with NLP, CBT, and trance training and hypnosis, which is a really super way to change your mind. But the things I've mentioned so far will help you massively. And the question is, will you do it? Or will you just watch this and carry on repeat, getting what you've always got, doing what you've always done, because you're thinking what you've always thought? Change your mind, change your life. And if you want me to help you, then just call me. And my name's Mike Garner at mrmikegarner.com, and I'm here to help you overcome all the obstacles that stand in the way of your health, happiness and success, and have a wonderful life experience, which is what we're all here to do, isn't it? Take care. Bye for now.